Because we're now bringing in retired U.S. Army Colonel Seth Krummrich, Vice President of Global Guardian, and former U.S. diplomat Brett Bruen, President of the Global Situation Room. Gentlemen, good morning to both of you. Brett, if I could just start with you and just bring it back here to the States for a moment, because I think a lot of people are waking up this morning. They're seeing that alert come out of California from the FBI, possible, Iran drone threat. What's your read on the threat level of this right now?
Yeah, Mark, this is something I've been warning about for a while now. Iran has a very sophisticated asymmetric capability. They have, as you heard the president last night talk about, sleeper cells, elements, both here in the United States, Europe, elsewhere, that can be activated. I think the key question, Markie, is will they be activated? How will they be activated? And then you have the Iranian ambition, the likes of that plot to, send a boat off the coast of California and potentially to launch drones. We really don't know how advanced those plans were, but I think it does give us a sense of the risk environment that we are in at the moment. And while we're looking at, those images of the Gulf, the Strait of Hormuz, the drones, the missiles, the mines, we also have to be very attentive here at home.
Well, the wider story to me also, to that point, Colonel, is that it's just relatively easy and relatively cheap. It strikes me, being here in the region, for Iran to string this out, especially when it comes to the global economy. We were, like I said, we were down that port, nothing's moving towards the Strait of Hormuz. And that's kind of the same idea, whether it's sleeper cells or threats on banks and financial institutions. A lot of the banks here in Dubai evacuated their people. So yeah, we're pounding them day after day after day, but we're spending tens of billions of dollars. They're essentially doing it on the cheap. How long can they keep this going?
So they are fighting for their survival, and that's really key to understand. Iran has been preparing for this for a long time, and after the 12-day war last summer, they knew that this was a day that could come. So they've had these plans in place. But really, there's two phases. There's this external phase where they are disrupting the global economy at the Strait of Hormuz. They are attacking their Gulf neighbors, and they do have that network that was well described that they've been building for 47 years around the world. But the second phase, and the most important phase to Iran, is protecting themselves from their own people. That domestic uprising that could come. It could come in weeks, it could come in a year, but they know that is the existential threat, and survival is their #1 goal. So we'll see what happens in the days, weeks, and frankly, years ahead.
Brett, the administration's stated goal does include regime change from within. But, putting us on the ground there, we have no diplomatic presence in Iran. We have no relation with the opposition. We have a newly minted supreme leader in the Ayatollah's son. Who's doing the post-conflict planning right now, and what the day after will look like?
Well, it's interesting, Markie, because a U.S. intelligence report just yesterday was leaked suggesting that really there has been little to no change in the strength of the Iranian regime. You obviously have Khamenei's son, who's even more extreme than his father, taking over. And I worry, Markie, that all we have done is infuse them with more fury, with more rage towards the United States. And yes, we can boast about taking out the missile launchers, the Navy, even that nuclear reactor. And yet what we have seen, and as the Colonel was just saying, they have capabilities that go beyond those conventional weapons. And that's where we have to be worried. And what we're seeing, quite frankly, in the Strait of Hormuz is just a preview of the kind of disruption, economic disruption, security disruption, political disruption that the Iranians will inflict on the U.S., on U.S. interests. So, well, Trump may want to, declare a premature victory and go home. I think we really have to be very attentive to the risk and to the, dangers that we confront if we're going to, take all of our military assets in the region, go home, and yet the Iranians are left feeling quite battered, bruised, and quite frankly, furious at the United States.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.